See, I just be dishing out a good light after a good light after a good light. This is that third good light. This is the Pelican 3325. It's a 3 AA flashlight, intrinsically safe. Because of the safety rating, do note that you could only put in certain types of batteries in there, certain types of alkalis that they tested the safety ratings with. It works with any other batteries, just not, it's not going to be safety rated anymore. So just do keep that in mind. It's a single mode light. There's nothing too fancy about it. As you can see in the front here, you got a smooth reflector. Inside there is a Cree XPG2 Generation 2 LED. It's basically their newest XPG. It's just, I don't know why they named it like that. It's not really, an XPG 5, rather an XPG 2. It's kind of interesting they do that. And you can see the bezel is glow in the dark. You can see that. To show you how to replace the batteries, just twist that head off. Ooh, look at that. Smooth reflector, and under is an aluminum metal pill for heat sinking. Right, check this out. It's got a driver in there too. It's the LED module, and there's, you dump the battery out. That's it. All right. So I don't think we need to talk about the user interface. Just a simple one mode, single click on, off. There's no like low modes or blinky modes whatsoever. So just that one mode, that's it. Well, I guess it's time we'll bring it outside. This is a very short video, if you noticed, because it's a simple light. There's not really much feature to go through. All right, let's have the light turn on. Ooh, look at that. So yeah, pretty nice white beam focused. Yeah. You see that building's about 10 meters, around 8-9 yards away. You see the tree, the buildings behind it, barely reaches it because it's kind of bright, the building over there. But below it, that's around like, say 40, 50 yards, 40, 50 meters. You could see the light reaching that, right? We're gonna, right, let's see if it reaches all the way back there a little bit. It's about 60, 70 yards, 60, 70 meters. It's pretty nice. You will see it could reach pretty far. It's a decent light. It's shining around a little bit. Right? You know, when you live in a city, everything's so light polluted. It gets really difficult. Right? Look at that. It's a decent flashlight. Alright, so that's the Beamshot. Let's talk about my recommendations. Again, level 1 is a light where I would use it on a daily basis but would not put my life on. Level 2 is a light where I would not only use it on a daily basis but also trust my life on. Now this light definitely deserves a level 2. This is one of my favorite 3 AA's. See, I've been giving out level 2s the past 3 videos. Like every videos up to this point, I've been giving out level 2 because I'm reviewing all the best lights I have. Then I'm going to start getting into some of those, Chinese Huashangbei crap. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of hope and then, take that hope away. No, I'm just messing with y'all. But yeah, these are some of the best lights that, in my opinion, that I have that I, like the most. It's durable. See, it's just, this plastic, it barely breaks, right? It doesn't, unlike metal, get scratched up and all, dents, no, none of that. Doesn't happen to this plastic. Very sturdy switch. Everything screams decent build quality. It's not like your 90s Eveready flashlight that, if you drop it once, it shatters into a million pieces. It doesn't. And the fact to give it a level 2 is because it's simple. It's not a complicated flashlight. It doesn't do a lot of weird stuff. When you turn it on, it turns on. Period. Nothing else. And I actually absolutely love that. The glow in the dark also helps. When you drop it somewhere, you could always find it. Right? I find that to be a plus as well. It uses common batteries, none of those rechargeable BS. Right? Especially the ones that you can't replace the rechargeable batteries. Oh boy. So yeah, I think it's a really decent flashlight, which is why, overall this is a very trustworthy light made by a trustworthy brand. That's why I would give it a level 2 rating. Now, a couple things to note before buying a light like this is that this only has one mode, right? So if you buy this and you want to go take a piss in the middle of the night, you turn this on, it's going to be very bright. Yeah, note that if that's what you do, maybe this is not the light for you because it doesn't have a lower mode. Another thing that I think a lot of people would be concerned about is that Pelican has a reputation of this glow in the dark plastic not doing too well against time. And after a few years, they tend to crack, they tend to shatter, break. This light, while it does have a glow in the dark portion, it does not affect the seal or any waterproofing ability of the light whatsoever, even if it's not there. So, the worst it could do is fall off and make this light look kind of ugly, kind of goofy, but that's pretty much it. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Then, other than that, I don't really find any other significant, not even pet peeves that I have for this light, I guess. Let's talk about price. So, when I got my light for about $50. I think they sometimes go on sale for like 40, 45. I think it's a great deal as long as anything is under, and as long as you get this under 50, I think it's a really decent deal. It's got a driver inside, so you get some sort of a regulated output until a certain voltage point. Below that, it dims off, obviously, but I really like it. And I've seen the circuit in there. It's a decently built circuit. It's potted and everything, perfectly done. Really good circuit out of an intrinsically safe flashlight. For the price, I think it's decent, but if you can get it for 30, it's even better. I'm pretty sure sometimes these would be on sale. I don't check prices so often, but I remember the lowest I've ever seen it was $37. I think that's a great price. But again, it's 170 lumens, so if you're looking for something that's like super bright, this might also not be for you. But still, I would recommend it. I don't think there would be much of a time if you're doing like work at home or just trying to get around at night. I don't think there's really going to be a time where you need more than 170 lumens. So I would say it's a good light, and I recommend it. There you have it, y'all.